Hi there, Neil here from Sanako. We help people teach and learn languages. In this video, we're going to talk about the English language proficiency exam called IELTS and how to use Sanako Connect's language solution tools to record your students asynchronously at home or synchronously in the classroom. So, let's dive in. The IELTS speaking exam consists of 3 parts. In part 1, students will have a 4 to 5 minute conversation with an IELTS examiner about their work or studies, their home life, or their personal interests. In part 2, students are given a card with a topic. They are given 1 minute to take notes on the topic and to prepare their response. Then, they should speak on this topic for about 2 minutes. Finally, in part 3, this is a conversation with the IELTS examiner around the topic given in part 2, discussing it in more detail. Part 3 should take approximately 4 to 5 minutes to complete. Now let's take a look at a speaking part 1 in action. Hi Alexis, in this part of the exam, I'd like to ask you about your daily routine and hobbies. Can you tell me what you usually do at the weekends?
Usually on the weekends, I meet up with friends or I have different activities with the family that we like to do. For example, we like to go swimming. On most weekends, we go to the swimming pool at least twice. And I probably meet my friends on Friday or on Saturday.
Great. To speak directly to your students in Sanako Connect, simply navigate to Class and press Speak. Then, on the right side, you will see a panel. You can enlarge this to better view your student. Click the camera button to open up. Then, press the audio button to start talking. There you go. Now let's look at part 2 of the IELTS speaking exam. Okay, Alexis, in this part of the test, I'd like you to talk about a friend of yours who has played a big part in your life. You should talk about him or her for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you talk, you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. To create an exercise like this, simply navigate to New Exercise on your Sanako Connect dashboard. Write the topic of the exercise, here speaking test. Choose the language English. Click on the little arrow. For this we will need a text, an audio recorder and a simple audio recorder. Then scroll down and type in the title of your text. In this case, it is the candidate task card. Here will be the instructions for the exercise. As this is a live or synchronous lesson, we do not need to use the recorders just yet. Okay, you can start talking now.
Well, a friend who played a big part in my life. I met him at the university. At first, I thought that he was a really quiet guy and he didn't have too many things going for him. But once I got to know him, I got to know that he was a really special guy. He got things done very easily and he had a lot of amazing projects that he always needed someone to take part in. And I was happy to be that friend.
Now let's look at how you can set this task for homework or asynchronously. Navigate to your exercise and choose Simple Recorder and Audio Recorder. Here, the teacher will record the instructions. Then the student will listen to them at home. Again, type in the title of the task. Here, the candidate task instructions, and then simply record the instructions. In this part of the test, I'd like you to talk about a friend of yours who has played a big part in your life. You should talk about him or her for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you talk, you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Now let's see what the student sees. In this part of the test, I'd like you to talk about a friend of yours who has played a big part in your life. You should talk about him or her for 1 or 2 minutes. Before you talk, you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. After the student has listened to the instructions and taken some notes, they can then click on the record icon and record their response. When they are finished, this will automatically be sent and saved to the teacher. Now let's take a look at part 3 of the IELTS speaking exam. Okay, Alexi, in this part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions related to friendship. Could you tell me, what type of friend do you think you are?
Well, I think I'm a caring friend, one who likes to help you whenever you need something, or I'm happy to be there for you if needed.
How do you feel if you don't see your best friend for a long time?
Well, I start to miss him in a couple of days, but we typically talk uh, every day anyway. So if I don't see him, I'll just keep messaging him.
Are you one of those people who can make friends easily?
I consider myself a pretty easygoing fellow, yes.
And there you have it. It's as easy as that. For more tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your classroom, subscribe for more videos now.